Hong Kong police have called on the public to curb violent protests due to increasing criminal behaviour in the city. Authorities say the 30,000-strong police force have been struggling with a spike in robberies driven largely by protests, which began in June this year.
In the first half of 2019, Hong Kong saw just 44 robberies, or one every 4 days. But between July to November, that soared to 126, or nearly one robbery per day. Compared to the same period last year, that's a 147% jump.
We appeal to the public support to stop the violence, not to support those violent protests or rioting acts. Because all those criminal behavior, we need to spend a lot of manpower quite extensively to handle those incidents. And that's why we need to readjust our policing resources on the day-to-day policing.
Our correspondent Leong Wai-Kit has more on the rising crime rates from Hong Kong.
I asked the police very specifically whether they know whom they're dealing with, whether these alleged armed robbers are from organized crime syndicates or whether these are just copycats or opportunists who are inspired to strike because of the ongoing anti-government protests. Now, the police were very general with their response, so they say that, they will not rule out any possibility. And when I asked them how they plan to redeploy resources to make sure that new areas of security concerns were met, they said, of course, they will do their best. Now, the police are concerned, like you said, for the city's rising crime rates because they've also cited a rise in snatch theft and vehicle theft, some 40% in those areas. Now, the police are also very worried about how citizens react to cases of law and order. They cited one example on Friday night when a man apparently opened fire at police officers. Now, when the man was subdued, police said that the passers-by not only did not disperse, they also tried to attack police officers to allow the culprit to escape. So police are very concerned moving forward. Now, what was not shared at this news conference is the constant worry that police have that citizens are taking matters into their own hands. They have stressed before at news conferences that people are beating up one another or burning one another because they have very different political views. So if you take this entire months, if you take this months of anti-government protests into context, the authorities are not only dealing with law and order and security issues, they're also looking at a slew of social problems resulting from the anti-government protests.